got boats rafted up to us. We're tied up to a really steel trawler boat beside us, and one boat pushed in, so... This is when you feel like calling the boat broker.
They were pulled to safety and his body recovered in a challenging rescue operation.
Exciting day for us today. We're going to the church service and then after that a Tongan.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.
In the last episode, we completed our first offshore passage ever and arrived in Tonga. Having purchased cocoa just 10 weeks earlier, we had to depart Tahiti in a rush as our visas expired. Barely prepared and having not sailed since I was 13, we were green. My worries included my ability to repair problems at sea. Could I navigate to Tonga and dodge reefs that have sunk into dreams of others? Furthermore, if we hit bad weather and scared ourselves silly, would Yogi want to continue with our sailing plans? However, the Tonga passage went well, and now we're in Tonga. We only have a short 3-week stopover to rest, relax, and get to know the locals while we physically and mentally prepare to tackle a potential deadly New Zealand passage that we had heard just claimed a fellow sailor's life.
After his yacht sank off the coast of Northland, has been remembered as a cheerful and widely loved member of his community. Stuart Peterson, his wife and 2 friends were in the water for 2 hours after they ran into trouble off the coast of the Bay of Islands. Shannon Redstall reports.
A tiny lifeboat amid monster 9-metre swells. Stuart Peterson had already died when the rescue helicopter arrived. The yacht he, his wife and 2 friends were on had sunk 2 hours earlier off the coast of Cape Brett. They were pulled to safety and his body recovered in a challenging rescue operation.
Clearly going coastal, we could see the big seas, wind was increasing. Once we got out towards the area, the enormity sort of sunk in.
The group was sailing home from Fiji when they hit wild weather yesterday afternoon. As their yacht went down, they lost their life raft too.
This was sobering news for us because we have to get out of Tonga and sail down to New Zealand, completing that very same passage as the South Pacific tropical storm season starts. If we linger too long in this area, we'd be putting our lives and vessel at risk and our insurance would be cancelled. As we arrived in Tonga, I wondered, would the locals be friendly? What is their housing like? How and what do they eat? And can I pick a good weather window and prepare cocoa enough to sail to New Zealand? Come with Yogi and I to find out. So we're just driving into the Tonga harbour now. It looks quite volcanic rocks around here, so it's not so sandy looking right here. It is an 8-mile motor into the Vivau port area. We need to be careful as it's a new and unfamiliar harbour, and despite following charts, things can still quickly go wrong. It was Saturday morning and the dock was full of other cruisers arriving, so we decided to anchor somewhat illegally down the harbour until Monday. On Monday, when we went to check into customs, upon raising the anchor, the winch broke its mounting box, which was lucky as the anchor was just raised up. We're just checking into customs here at Vivau Group. Bit of a rigmarole getting on the dock, very busy, lots of cruisers, so we've got boats rafted up to us. We're tied up to a really steel trawler boat beside us, and one boat pushed in, so as they do, happens every so.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no weather any storm.
So you see those leaves, those star leaves? Those are cassava plants, the root crop that we see in the market.
What does it taste like?
It's more like a potato. potato, bit of a starchy taste.
More donutty potato, eh?
Donutty potato. You boil it.
Well, you know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
It's quite a neat little tropical garden here. There's pineapples, pawpaws, and bananas, and there's probably some of the taro or cassava leaves grown in there as well. It's pretty cool. Looks very productive.
Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Your shop looks really nice. How long have you been working here?
Ever since I was a child.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
we own.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that your house just up there?
Yeah. Right after.
Oh, fantastic.
It's been 33 years now.
Yeah, that's very cool. And you know everybody in the neighbourhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, thank you for letting us make a little bit of video.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We'll put you on YouTube. Cheers.
Thank you.
We've just been going for an evening walk, having a look around, and the houses are all very simple, but the people are friendly. They don't sort of glare at you or much like that. You say hello to the kids and you've made 20 friends just like that, and they'll go crazy all around you. So enjoying it. Officially called the Kingdom of Tonga, it's a Polynesian sovereign state and archipelago comprising of 169 islands, of which 36 are inhabited. With small land size of 290 square miles, but scattered over 270,000 square miles of ocean, and it would be 1,100 miles straight to New Zealand if you managed to sail in a straight line. Tongan waters are a birthing and mating ground for a specific population of humpback whales, and going for a swim with them would likely be your #1 reason to ever visit Tonga. The whales gather around Vavau Islands between July and October. We did not get a chance to go whale watching, but as we live on the water, another opportunity to swim with the whales should come along soon.
The boat chores never end. Let's see what the captain is doing today.
This is when you feel like calling the boat broker.
You are a true sailor now. You have cleaned the toilet pipes.
Oh, look at that big chunk come out that tide. And all my mates on Facebook just think it's snorkeling in palm trees. We've actually had one day off since we've arrived in Tonga, which will be a week tomorrow. The rest of it was booking in and fixing the anchor winch and now fixing the toilet. But it's still better than running the car yard. I reckon that was 90% of it. I could hear it going down the tube.
Have a look.
Like, you see that little that's all calcium. I thought that was the fitting, but you can see that's got to break away yet. This has got to be the yuckiest job. Urine and salt water turns to like a hard calcium paste that fully lines the outside of the tube and just leaves a little hole through the middle, which eventually blocks up. And I've been hammering it and twisting it and getting it out slowly, like just crunching it and just lodging it on the inside. Like, you can hear it rattling. And look, that's the little, and that's hard. That's not like poos, that's like hard calcium, which is the reaction of urine and salt water. Is that separate shot? Is that yours? How much does that come?
21 and 10, 31.
So we're back at the dinghy, heading back to the boat just after a neat little walk around, and we found a cool little market and brought some snapper, which I'm going to fillet up for dinner, and some fresh fruit. And I'll point out just over there the mountain that we just walked up. I'll show you. One of the tricks we've learnt for staying happy being cooped up on a boat is getting off the boat to go for a walk around as much as possible. So I just watched a YouTube on how to open a coconut to get all the yummy goodness and milk out, so Yogi can steam some leaves with it, with the coconut milk. And I was quite determined, because I thought you can't live on a sailboat sailing tropical wonderlands and not know what to do with a coconut. So the YouTube just said punch the eyes in. This is the first time I've done this with a screwdriver and a hammer. And then that gets the milk out. Gets the juice out. And then I have to taste them, a bit thirsty. Fresh. And then it just said just to oh, there we go. Maybe a little bit more juice to come out. And there we go. Beautiful fresh coconut. And next up is to fillet the fresh snapper we brought at the market. Yum. Oh, look. I cooked this fish on the barbecue, and it turns out it had a beautiful fatty layer between the skin and the fleshy meat. More like salmon, but still gentle like snapper, and not something I've tasted in snapper before. It must be the local food that these fish are eating out here, but it was beautiful.
It's an exciting day for us today. We're going to the church service, and then after that a Tongan local family have invited us for lunch. They're making pig on a spitfire, so that should be quite exciting. Let's go.
So the service was mostly in Tongan, of course, but
It was good for us to sit still for 30 or 40 minutes anyway, and it was a nice cultural experience, so yeah, I recommend it. I grew up with fiercely Christian parents, but nowadays I'm sort of open-minded to what different religions have got to offer. I think it's a way of dealing with our humanity a little bit. How was that for you, Yogi?
It was good, very relaxing. It's quite calm and soothing, the music. Oh wait, have you done much traveling?
What I'm doing there?
It's thrown off some heat, let alone where to...
You know, do you see those two metal rods thingy there next to Peter? They were.
So how long does it?
Pray.
Looky.
Lucas.
Thank you, God, for the day. Forgive us healthy and give us for the heights or celebrate today for you.
Do you want to come here?
Need that?
Well, let's Calico to do it. Calico will do it.
No, Kalashi.
They will use it.
Oh, okay.
Easy for the Kalai. Oh, no, give it to me.
It was a feast of epic proportions, and we just felt so humbled that they'd made so many different flavoured tasty dishes. They must have spent hours preparing this. We were very thankful and of course made a donation to the local family.
Slowly. Is it okay if I put, guys, it says dessert, I'll put it on the side?
Yes, good idea.
Yeah.
Come on, come and get it.
Here, you go get it.
Get it. You get it.
So we're here at our host's place. So they got a gas stove in the corner, a nice big table to do their prep work.
So just preparing for the New Zealand passage, and New Zealand's known to be a rugged passage. Somebody died on it in a storm. The yacht took on water and it had to hop in a life raft, and this is just 2 weeks ago. So what I'm preparing here is a drogue device. Hello bacon, hello pork chops, Christmas dinner. Okay, go.
It's an exciting day for us today.